Greetings all, good evening, good day, good morning to everyone from the Caribbean and the rest of the world. Welcome to our Oneacademy Zoom call. My name is Mirelle Zama from the beautiful Republic Island, Twin Island of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm your host today, and we certainly appreciate your being with us on the call. The reminder of why we're here. Our founder, Dr. Ruja Ignatova, has said that we learn today to lead tomorrow. What is Oneacademy? Oneacademy is an innovative e-learning platform covering a broad range of topics, including financial areas such as financial analysis, asset management, Forex, the stock exchange, cryptocurrency, blockchain, and many more. Our mission is to provide our participants, our students, with education, guidance, and of course, educational material needed to achieve financial literacy. Oneacademy was developed by finance experts and academics. It is highly structured and easy to understand. You learn at your own pace and can be part of the future of global financial reset. Our intention is to give you a unique sense of understanding and the facts which you can use to enhance your knowledge and daily lives, as well as promote our core product, Oneacademy, and the benefits of our ecosystem. I encourage you to take copious notes to assist you in your quest to become certified, knowledgeable, and wise business leaders and money managers. Today is what we call our Freedom Friday. Today, our focus is certainly on Oneacademy, on Forex. As part of our Oneacademy system, we have Forex, and our presenter today is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Jason Bramble. Now, Mr. Bramble, of course, is involved in the field of information and IT technology. He has actually had Apr03 certification, and you know that he has 30 years experience as a musician. He works in the oil and gas industry and has done so for the past 18 years doing scheduling, etc. He is a software developer and systems developer and has on his belt a decade, yes, 10 years of trading in Forex. So he's very experienced from a practical academic perspective in Forex. So I want to welcome today Forex coach, Forex mentor, Forex systems developer, Mr. Jason Bramble. Jason, the call is over to you.
Thank you very much, Muriel, and a pleasant good evening to all that is listening and is in Streamland. Thank you for taking time out to view this presentation. And today, as Muriel said, you know, I'm just a simple average guy who married, have 3 kids. You know, I grew up in the IT field. I worked also offshore for a period of time, and I'm trading for the past 10 years. And what I'd like to do is share a little experience with you, and that is in the Forex world. And I just want to give you some of the good positive side of the Forex market. I know you have a lot of different concepts outside there, and you have the good, you have its bad. Some are true, some are not. But I just want to take a different spin into this and give you a little slight insight into the positive side, the advantages of trading the Forex market. So in general, what is Forex? Basically, it's foreign exchange. If you have ever traveled or have ever did any exchange in the banks with the currency, you already had some type of experience in trading. However, that was also the third-party broker, which is the banks, are the one that give you the price. In the Forex world, you have the option to buy at a low price and a high price, and you have no one to dictate what price you're going to enter the market at. Whereas the bank would tell you that it's $7 to buy US and it's really about 6.3 on the market. So most people have had some type of interaction with the Forex market, and some key factors, it's $5.1 trillion daily turnover. In April 2019, there was a market cap of $6.6 trillion. It's the largest market in the world. It's not stocks. This is foreign exchange. It's the largest market in the world. And you're looking at 5.1 to $6.6 trillion a day, daily turnover. That's a lot of money. Every single day you have that volume in the market. It's 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. And the most traded currency is the US. You can also trade in the euro currency. Major players, we have the central banks, we have the major banks, we have investment mutual funds, and we have the brokers and traders. Now, this structure, you notice that the traders are below. There's a reason for that, because we are actually trading against all these institutions, brokers, investment mutual funds, major banks, and the central banks. Now, the key and advantage of the Forex trading, as I said, it's 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. The market will open at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, based on the daylight savings on a Sunday, and will close on Friday evening. So this evening around 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the market will be closed. Just for the Saturday and a part of the Sunday, but you have 24 hours, 5 days a week. The market are open and allows users to trade around their lifestyle. I mean, you could be in your bed, wake up in the morning, you could take a little coffee, and you could take a trade, place that there, and you are on and you're set. It takes roughly a few seconds to enter a trade. It doesn't take long at all, and that will give you the flexibility in trading. Most people are not flexible in their life. Their job have them tied. They are working 8-hour shifts, sometimes 12-hour shifts. And some people, the family life, different events in their life have them basically not flexible. And trading is very flexible because it allows you to determine where and when you will invest, move at your own pace as you learn. So there's no rush. We are trying to get you to learn it in a short space of time. Some people take a little time to actually learn. However, you can actually learn at your own pace. And we do not fight the market. We move as an individual pace, as I said, on our own level. Let the market come to us. We place a trade, we wait, and we collect our profits. Cost. Is it a reasonable cost? What is the cost you could start at? Most people say that is need a lot of money, thousands of dollars. Actually, you can start with as little as 10 US to start the trade. It's a reasonable cost. I recommend 100 US to start the trade. But some brokers will allow you at 10 US, sometimes 30 US, just to start trading for you to get a little experience into the market. And you could actually adjust your investment size. You can add as you go along, trade as little as much you want. And this is a perfect investor, perfect for investors of all capital sizes. So some people have maybe could have risk maybe $100. Some people could risk maybe 100,000. So it all depends on your net worth and how much you are willing to risk. Now, recession proof. Most people ask the question, is Forex recession proof? Because you see, you look at the stock market, we see in that big bearish movement, and a lot of merchants are howling, a lot of losses happening in the market. I mean, that is something very heartbreaking for many people who have investment. But the thing about it is that the Forex market, it is recession proof. It's not only a recession proof way to make a lot of money and survive the economic crash, but it's an excellent way to learn and stay familiar with the current world events. Now, the thing about this is that you can also make profit on a bearish market. In the stock market, you make profit on a bullish market. Forex, you make profits on a bearish, which is sell, and a bullish, which is a buy. And also you can actually stay updated with the world events. Right now, a lot of people are so hooked on the COVID-19, a lot of news happening there, but they're not aware that oil is going down to $10 a barrel. And it could hit a low of $7 a barrel in a few months. And that was the last, that support area, which was somewhere in 1998. So you can imagine oil at $7 a barrel. And a lot of economies and a lot of companies will definitely see a lot of problems. You have crashes, you have layoffs, you have unemployment. Is a serious problem. But in the end of the day, Forex is a recession proof. You can actually trade and make a living at home to sustain your family. Now, we're not talking millions here, we're not talking billions here, we're not talking that's going to be a millionaire overnight. What I'm speaking about is you can buy groceries, you can buy health stuff, you can go to the pharmacy, you can pay for your car insurance, you could even purchase a new car if you want, depending on how much money you invest. But you can survive with the Forex market. Now you can work from home. That's the biggest advantage of the trading Forex. You can work at home. Most people have a boss. They have to work that 8 to 4 job. Some people right now in the situation in the country, we are home without any pay. And how long could we last with the little savings we have? So the Forex market will and can help you save and survive. Now, the key point of the Forex is that it's not just only to survive, it's one of the only skill. You do not depend on a salary or a customer to buy your products and services. Now, this is very powerful because you can go to school for 5 years and get a degree, maybe 10 years to get a doctorate. And in the end of the day, you have to depend on an employer to employ you. Some people are very ambitious and they will go out and start their own business, maybe a restaurant, maybe a car rental. And they have to depend on someone to buy their products and services. In a time like this, most of the stores are closed. A lot of small business are actually seeing the pressure. There's no cash flow. But with the Forex, once you learn that skill, you depend on no one for a salary. You do not depend on your customers and service to buy your products or services. It's very powerful, and I love that a lot. It's also a source where you can get additional income. I started one source of income, and through the Forex market, I have now 5 sources of income. And that is very powerful because you could trade, you could get some investment, you can get some profits, you can take that profit, diversify, and you can have multiple stream of income. And it's very powerful in doing that. Now, some people do speak about their expectation. And I would like to give a little time here on expectation. What can you expect in the Forex market? If I make this decision, how much money can I make? Some people say I want 100% return. Some people say I want a couple 100,000. Some people say I want 10,000 US a month. Many different speculation, many different risk tolerance. Everyone have a different approach. But I'm going to just benchmark you to some of the major financial institutions, and you can now get a true expectation how much money you can actually earn in the Forex market. So the banks will give you 1% annually. That's the banks. And the credit unions, they give you 5% annually. And these are the institutions that actually, some of them trade the Forex market, some of them do different investments. We have the hedge funds and mutual funds. They give you 20% annually on your investment, on your capital. And this hedge fund, one of the hedge funds that Warren Buffett used, they made 20% recent time, and he was excited and said this is an awesome return. Some hedge funds will give you sometimes 50%, but this is consistent data I'm talking about. This is something consistently you can make over time, not that you're going to have losses in your investment and you blow your account or the market crash on you and then you lost all the investment. This is a low risk, consistent, approved, regulated type of institutions. So what we have here with the Oneacademy is a section of it called Oneforex. And in Oneforex, we teach you how to at least make greater than or equal to 5% a month. And that is really one trade a week we are going to teach you. And I just want to give you a little more visual aid to show you what we are expecting on these investments. And I will just go quickly to a calculator and just give a little example on what we can expect. So we are going to use the first one, which were the banks. We're looking at 1% annually. And if you calculate that for 5 years, if you put 100 US in the bank, for 5 years, you will have $5.12. Imagine leaving 100 US in the bank and coming back to meet $5.12. But wait, the bank have fees. And those fees are monthly fees. So if every month the bank is taking out maybe $1 to $2 US, after 5 years, you may not come back and meet any money in that account. You'll be owing. And these are the banks. Now the credit unions, they are awesome. They are some of the best. Most people say, you know what, I rather the credit union any day. You will give me a lot of money. Obviously, you give you 5% dividends a year, average. But look at that, even the credit union will give you $28 at the end of 5 years. Well, it's much more than the banks of $5.12, but this credit union and most credit unions are recommended by most every user. It's like, you know, hook me up with this credit union. You know, I want to get some dividends. Someone say, you know what, this credit union is giving me about 7% dividends at the end of the year. And you're excited and happy and you join and you place your money there, but you're getting 5% average a year. You put 100 US in the credit union, you have to worry about no fees. They'll be taking out no fees on your account like the banks, so they are better, but you have $28 at 5 years. Imagine that. Now let's take an example of Warren Buffett hedge funds. He got average of 20% a year. Now that's great. But a hedge fund, you need about roughly 100,000 US to begin. Some hedge funds may allow 10,000 US, but average will give you 100,000 to start invest. But let's look at $100 if you place that in a hedge fund. After 5 years, you have $169. That's over 169% profit. That's good. It's far better than the bank and far better than the credit union. So the hedge funds, I mean, 169 in 5 years, but look at this. After 5 years, you got 169 US, where they're one of the top hedge funds in the world. And those hedge funds are consistent, they are regulated, they are approved, but it's $169. Not bad. Now this is a benchmark. These are the credit unions, these are the hedge funds. We want a benchmark so your expectation to be correct. Now, if you put a few $1 million in the hedge funds, well, obviously, this profit will look much better. So let's look at what the oneforex and the Oneacademy will offer and show you how to make 5% a month. Now, you can make much more than this. However, I actually use a base where everyone can achieve. So 5% a month, you will get $1,700 in 5 years on $100. And the thing about it is that it is more than the hedge funds, it's more than the credit union, and it's far more than the banks. The banks is not even in this race again. Now the thing is, 1,700, it seems a little small to someone who is investing, but $100 as multiplied to $1,700 in 5 years, that is awesome compared to the other institution I've sent and give you a visual aid on. Now, what if you put $100 every month? $100 every month on your risk-free money with 5%. What is going to happen? Now in 5 years, you have saved $6,100, but now your interest and your total is $38,000 in 5 years. Now the expectation, this is realistic expectation, you know, because I use a percent that is achievable by every single individual. That is one trade a week. One trade a week, and you're going to trade 4 times for the month. A trade takes a few seconds. To do the analysis will give you roughly between 10 to 45 minutes. I use the extreme of 45 minutes because we have some people are not computer savvy. So it'll take them a little while to reach around to the place in the computer to navigate and open application, etc. But once you know how to use a computer, average about 4-5 minutes to do all your analysis in that week. So you have an average of maybe 5 minutes to 45. I'll use 45 minutes for the extreme. 45 minutes a week, one trade. Now, you could do that for 5 years. Now, some people might think doing this for 5 years is a lot. But think about it. You work in a job something for 30 years from 8 to 4. You're not complaining. And it's 12 checks a year. So if you could put that time for yourself, just a few minutes a week, and take a trade, and you could make 5% a month, which is a realistic percent that everyone can make. Obviously, you can make more, but I'm giving you the lowest benchmark everyone on this call could make. Your 5% with $100 base, adding $100 US every month, could move from that $6,100 you have saved to 38. Now, some of you obviously are a little more ambitious and say, you know what, Jason, if I can work 8 hours a day for over 10 to 20 to 30 years, why cannot I spend maybe 45 minutes a week and take 2 trades? 2 trades a week will give you 10% a month. This is compound. That is why it came to 10. It's 8 and compound, will bring it to 10. 10% a month for 5 years. You have a nice retirement money. You have savings, you have investment money, and these are realistic numbers. Can you do it for 5 years? That is something you have to be determined to. Your lifestyle and your personality will affect this. But these numbers are realistic if you can do it. I believe if you can work for a company for 10 years or 5 years or 20 years or 30 years and give them 8 hours of your time, I really can't see why you cannot give 45 minutes of your time in 1 week to trade and make money on your own. And you do not have to depend on an employer or a customer to buy your products and services. So think about it. Forex is the way to go. And I will advise you that think about at least 5% and see if what other investment you could do to give you this kind of money on your own. So thank you for listening, and I will pass it back to Muriel. Trust that you understand and you enjoy the presentation. And Muriel, back to you.
Excellent, Jason. That was a phenomenal presentation. So Jason, don't go. I just want you to agree with that of my own understanding. You're saying that,
Sure.
I mean, you have given us some true pearls of wisdom, especially in our new normal. And you are saying that there is a major opportunity for Forex, even within the current market condition. One wants to develop the proper skills, observe proper risk management, as you say, and understand your own lifestyle. And you don't have to be in front of the computer 24/7 to win trades, but a little 45 minutes a day with being properly coached. This can be a viable addition to your portfolio, for your financial portfolio. Did I get that correct, Jason?
Oh, yes, you got that correct, Muriel.
Excellent.
It's actually 45 minutes a week.
A week. Excellent.
Yeah,
A week.
So you could sacrifice that time. You could make that, and those numbers are realistic numbers. Once you could stick to it for 5 years, you can make those numbers.
Excellent. Thank you. And folks, you will hear it from Jason. Jason is a coach in this area. He gives his skills and understanding and really teaches you to manage risk and not only to think about, well, it's a get rich quick opportunity. So thank you very much, Jason. And, you know, I want to invite a gentleman who, you know, is a student of this One Forex program. And this gentleman is Mr. Desmond Wilshire. Now, Desmond has been in the energy sector. He's retired, and his thirst for learning was fueled by his involvement since October 2018 in this Oneacademy arena. And of course, he has expanded his knowledge and his thirst for the financial, the law, and now he has become a very good student of the One Forex. So I want to invite Mr. Desmond Wilshire, who in this business, he is what you call a sapphire, you know, and is really, as I said, fueling his thirst for knowledge with this Forex, because he has already purchased the 5 levels of finance, all the levels of law, and now his focus is Forex, and to cap off his whole education in this Oneacademy. So let me invite Mr. Desmond Wilshire to share his experience as a student in the arena, actively so, of One Forex. Mr. Wilshire, are you there?
Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear. Welcome.
Good afternoon, all. As Michelle said, I am Desmond Wilshire, Desmond Demosthenes Wilshire, known sometimes as Demon and Devil. Anyway, let me go straight into it. What Forex has done for me? That was the question that I was told I supposed to answer. So I will put it in a nutshell, and then I will expand how I end up doing Forex.
Excellent, Desmond. You have 5 minutes, and I'm sure you can do it in that 5 minutes that you have. Wonderful.
Right, yes, of course. It has provided me with an additional skill, which I can use as another source of income. That is it, basically. That is what One Forex has done for me. It also helped me to increase my financial knowledge. So I answered that question. My next question I want to answer is, how did I develop an interest in Forex trading? So my answer is this. This is where it might take up most of the 5 minutes. I got an invitation from a friend to attend a One Forex presentation by iMarket Live. So I attended this presentation and I was impressed with what they said. But at the end, they talk about some fees, which I found was a bit too expensive. So I declined. My son eventually attended the meeting also, and he was braver than me. He decided to take out, to pay, join the company, paid his money, paid his fees with the intention to train. But for some reason, he didn't follow up his training. And I became aware of it and that he was paying this monthly fee. So I told him, I say, his name is Derek. He's also an IMA. He probably doesn't even know he's an IMA. Anyway, I decided, if I said, could I take your place in the training? He said, okay, and he gave me all this information. And I attended a class which was held at SAPA. Being new to Forex, that class, I was totally confused. Seeing all these graphs and things, and this guy talking. Of course, he's not aware that I am a beginner, so he wasn't talking at my level. So I went to the class, and my intention was to go back the following week because I don't give up like that. But I was distracted. How was I distracted? A friend of mine was invited to attend a OneLife meeting at Apr. She was also a co-worker of mine and one of my subordinates. And she indicated to me that she attended a OneCoin program and she wanted to get my input because of my financial background and my experience in dealing with financial matters. I resisted to attend the meeting and she kept on persisting. And her approach was, I need you to help me to make a decision. Not that she wanted me to join. So with that, I decided to attend the meeting. And to cut a long story short, I don't want to go beyond 5 minutes. I don't know how much minutes went already. At the end of the meeting, before I could advise her what to do, I was investigating the purchase of a tycoon package, which I did the same week. And then after speaking to the person, I went to her and said, girl, I love this. This is a good thing. So she eventually took out a package. So I joined the OneLife. And as a result of that now, I gave up on the Forex because this had me so flabbergasted, if I may say. And so, you know, so thirsty for this knowledge. It was so exciting. I didn't bother with the Forex anymore. I was strictly on OneCoin. I did a lot of, I purchased a lot of packages and so on and whatever, I reached to Sapphire. And then there's a little lull. Then all of a sudden I heard I am advertising a oneforex class with Mr. Jason Bramble. Initially I said, I didn't think about doing with that. But when I saw the class started and I saw a Zoom with some of the students in it and I saw people like Muriel and I said, but wait now. So Desmond, why you don't go and join the class? Look all these folks in the class. So I went to the class, but I went late. I went about the second or third class. And I was told I could do the other classes after. And since then, I have been in the Forex. And I would like to close here by saying, that was around July. Now is we in April, March, April. And I can proudly say, yes, I have a live account now. I didn't use it much because I am trying to get as efficient as possible on the demos. And I can say right now, I have attained, much people don't know that, I have attained with my strategy a 95 to 100% success rate. This morning, I traded whole morning, 100%. I traded the whole of yesterday, 100%. I have the facts to show. I usually would send it to Mr. Jason, and all he will say is, woo! Now today's non-farm day, and I made about 12 or 15 trades for the morning, and I won all the trades. Thank you very much.
So Desmond, you're like, unlike most who will spend 45 minutes a week, you have made the personal decision to spend a little more because of the fact that you have retired and you enjoy doing that. You have taken that personal decision. I'm not hearing you. You're mute. I'm not hearing you.
Okay, well, I don't know. Probably I'm unmuted. I don't know.
Right.
Just sorry about that.
No. So I was just asking about the fact that Jason spoke about you could take 45 minutes a week, but you, because of you're retired and your own lifestyle, you have taken a personal decision to spend a little more time.
Hours.
Oh, right. Okay. Excellent. 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 Very good. All right. So excellent. I want to thank you for your passion, for your thirst for knowledge, which has led you to this. And I want to encourage anybody who have been invited to come on this platform to get back to the person who invited you and make sure that you get some more information and you could look at this emerging, this business is a great opportunity. Now, we have every Monday, every day, we also have our OLM meeting, One Life Network meeting, every night at 8 p.m. Get back to the person who invited you, because what we are in this period is about learning. Get back to the person who invited you and get onto that program on this Oneacademy. We are on every noon. We Zoom noon at Zoom, Zoom at noon, every day except Wednesday to Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So I welcome you. Jason, is there anything you want to add before we leave?
Well, we have heard a nice testimony from Mr. Desmond, and I will encourage everyone to take some time, look into the Forex market, especially around this bend. It will help you a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Desmond. Thank you, Patrice. Thank you, all who are a part of this team, and particularly Jason for this really enlightened presentation, and Desmond for your passionate contribution. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Remember to tune in tonight. Get the link from whoever invited you to this program. Have a wonderful day and weekend. Bye for now.